presents the iconic music videos of Oasis. In this episode, directors Nigel Vick and Dawn Shadforth explain the ideas behind the videos and their sometimes fractious working relationship with the Gallagher brothers.
With Oasis, I got my first gig with Oasis through a very simple process. I get a phone call one day from my regular client there, and he said, "I want you to work with Oasis." And it's like, wow, really? Fantastic. You know, why are you ringing me up? And he said, well, quite simply, you're the only person I know who's English, so you're the only person I know who'll understand what the fuck they're saying. So quite simply, I got my first Oasis gig because I could understand the banter. And of course the irony of it is, you know, they're very working class lads from Manchester, and, you know, I'm a sort of lower middle class bloke from Yorkshire originally. So on many levels, this was a marriage made in hell. So I just played it quietly and then subsequently shot them in Southend, and I guess passed the test enough to be asked to do a second video, or certainly to write on a second video, and the second video that I wrote on was Wonderwall, which I then got to shoot.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had it out. I don't believe that anybody feels.
The one piece of information I'd been given was Noel wants something in black and white with splashes of colour in it.
And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding.
You know, I've been reading about all this stuff about how influenced they are by the Beatles, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, well, I'll just shamelessly, you know, rip off the lads.
'Cause baby, you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall.
I could hear these cellos in the background. I'm totally fascinated by cellos. I think they're beautiful instruments. So that's where the girl with the cello came in. While I was doing that, I thought, well, it might be fun to see some guys playing saws. You know, it's kind of the same, because it wasn't a pure cello sound. It was a bit distorted.
About you now.
It was a rip-off of British musical theatre, vaudeville, you know. And the beauty of this lovely woman who was faceless playing the cello, which is also very sexy. It's, you know, it's like a woman's body, the cello, intercut with a couple of blokes, you know, with glasses and whatnot, playing saws. I thought, I just, you know, that's the kind of thing that appeals to me. The thing that I'd noticed and had been informed always, just keep the guys amused, you know, find something for them to do. So that's where the foosball machine came from, and, you know, playing darts, is to just basically give them something to do so they weren't acting.
You're gonna be the one that saves me.
piece of direction I was given from the label is, don't make them act. If you make them act, they'll walk. So I just, the first thing I did was say, sit down at these 5 chairs. Here's a newspaper for you. Here's a guitar for you. And I just let them at it. It's all in the storyboard. It's all pre-planned. I mean, certainly, the record going round is a bit of fun. The clowns. I'm just sort of, I'll have a bit of that. It's like that really. These are my tools. What can I throw in there to make it visually entertaining and wacky? In the BAFTA newsletter that Patrick McNee lived in Palm Springs, so the band was going to be here in LA, and I just thought, hey, let's see if Patrick McNee would like to be in the video. He shows up, he catches a limo from Palm Springs, and he shows up with his bowler hat and his brolly and his suit, and I hadn't asked for that. Of course I wanted that, but I thought it's one of those things, do you ask him to bring his gear, or do you, And he turns up like that, and I said, thank you so much for bringing, your Avengers outfit. And he says, nobody wants to see me dressed any other way, so I just have it all fitted, and that's what I come with, because I assume that's what everybody wants. Shitload of girls, because I'd learnt my lesson from Wonderwall that I hired 2 girls and there were 5 guys, and of course they spent all their time chatting up the girls, so I thought, well, perhaps the way to keep them entertained is to have 30 girls on set. So we got a lot of girls, and that's the video. It was not the easiest day of my life. It was a very fraught day. It was a 1-day shoot. The guys arrived late. We got Patrick. We got 30 girls who all, need attention and makeup and all this kind of stuff. We're shooting stuff by the tennis court after it's got dark, and I'm just thinking, how is this going to cut together? I wanted to do it during the day, but you know what it's like. You just press on, and eventually the guys got tired and they left, and we shot as much as we shot, and then we had to cut it together.